I guess the good thing about having to redo a video several times is you get to condense it. It's going to be much shorter than the first 2 times I tried this video. My camera overheated, so I'm using the Sony CX405 camcorder now because it won't overheat like the A5100 just did. So I got a haul of Blu-rays I ordered from Vinegar Syndrome, and I got some titles. They had a big sale at the beginning of September, and it took till just now before I got them, so I'll show you what I got. I got a few movies. I got 3 movies I haven't seen and 2 that I have, and the first one I got is The Bees. This is a movie from 1978. I really love the slip covers on these things. It's got a big old bee on the back. And then inside, this is the reversible cover art, because it's got the same... Does it? No, it's got a this kind of cover on the DVD or the Blu-ray case. This, and so I just swapped it out for the backside, which is the original poster art. And this one is an evil corporation. Evil corporations have smuggled a deadly strain of South American killer bees into the United States, and now the entire world may be on the brink of imminent destruction. As cities tumble, body counts rise, and mass hysteria ensues, scientist John Norman thinks he might have discovered the secret strategy to stop the bees. So I remember when this was on TV in the 70s, 80s. It's a good movie, really entertaining. If you don't like bees, then you're gonna be scared. But it was a good movie, and I figured for the price, this one was, sorry about the shaky camera, I just bumped it, $13.19, and I think they're $25 now. So that was the first movie I got, The Bees. And most of these are horror, but I got one that's not. One's a horror comedy. So The Bees, that I'll be curious to check out. The next one I got is Curse of the Screaming Dead. I haven't seen this movie yet. And this might be a comedy type movie. I'm not sure. But I like comedy horrors as well. This is the inside. It's got the same cover art on the Blu-ray case. 3 young couples head off. Let me hold this up like this. What's the best way to hold this? There we go. 3 young couples head off into the woods for a weekend of camping, beer guzzling, and lovemaking. I can't read like that. That sounds like every horror movie ever. Shortly into their trip, however, one of their group, Kiyomi, notices the strange sound of bells ringing in the distance, prompting her would-be boyfriend, Mel, to investigate. Upon stumbling across a Civil War cemetery, Mel makes the ill-fated decision to pocket an old diary he finds hidden at the site, which details the violent fate of the Confederate soldiers buried there. Little does he realize that this seemingly small act of theft will have grave consequences, as its pilfering triggers a horde of rotting undead soldiers to awaken from their tortured slumber, ready to feast on Yankee flesh. And if you're going to feast on flesh, it should be Yankee flesh. Holy cow, there's so many special features on this. It would take 3 hours to read all these off. Let's see if I can get it to show up on camera. If you want to pause it, these are the special features here, this paragraph. Feel free to pause and take a read. It's got oodles of stuff. This is a 2-disc set as well. Really cool looking, get on backwards. Really cool looking DVD case, or Blu-ray case. I'm going to call it DVD cases because I grew up with DVDs, I guess. The next one I got is, I believe, a horror comedy. It's called Devil Story by Bernard Lanois. This is the slipcover. Beautiful slipcover on this thing. On some artwork on the back. That's one of the cool things about physical media is you actually get to interact with your stuff and handle it. And this is the Blu-ray case on the inside. It does have reversible cover art, but the reversible cover is not as cool, I don't think. It's got more of a retro feel to it. But it's just kind of a... It's a little too rustic, I guess. I like the new art on it. And the disc actually has nice artwork on it. This is a young couple on vacation in the French countryside decide to stay the night at a spooky old castle after their car breaks down. Despite being warned about the local legend of a cursed ship which crashed into the nearby cliffs, the wife ventures out into the wild only to find herself having to fend off a Nazi-uniformed mutant, his gypsy mother, a rogue mummy, and a horse possessed by the devil. So, I'm sure this is a horror comedy. This should be a fun one to watch. I'm curious to check it out. It's got tons of special features. Newly scanned and restored in 4K from its original 35mm camera negative. Presented both in its original French language soundtrack and English dub. So this is a French movie, by the way. Once Upon a Time Devil Story, making of featurette with the cast and crew. Once Upon a Time Bernard, a brand new interview with writer and director Bernard Lanois. Select scenes with commentary by the director, French TV coverage, original trailer, reversible cover art, and English subtitles. Here's the back if you want to read it. And so that goes back into the slipcover. And this thing was $10. And right now, if you want to buy it, it's $26. So on sale, it's way cheaper. I mean, I could just take this and throw it on eBay for $26, and there you go. The next one's not a horror movie, but as soon as I saw it on there, and this is a limited edition. I think there's only 2,000 made of these. This has got the limited edition slipcover. It's a movie called Skateboard from 1978. You guys, if you've been a subscriber, you know I'm an old skateboarder. I started skateboarding in 1985 or something like that. And I still actually have my skateboard that I bought in 1986, my Tommy Guerrero Powell Peralta that I bought from Clean Line Surf Shop in Seaside, Oregon. So that's the slipcover. There was only 2,000 of these made, and they limited you to one. You could buy one because this is a $28 movie. This is the Blu-ray case, and this is a comedy, a skateboarding comedy. This is pre Bones Brigade. If you've ever watched Bones Brigade videos, those are the Powell Peralta ones featuring Tony Hawk and Lance Mountain and all those guys. Skateboard was the first feature film to depict the height of the 70s skateboard craze. Many refer to it as the Bad News Bears of the sport. A Hollywood agent finds himself in debt to a powerful bookie. To make a fast buck, he creates a team of exceptionally talented skateboarders and enters them in a downhill race. If they win, they'll get $20,000. That's half the price of a new cheap economy car right now. Its star-studded cast includes Alan Garfield, 70s teen idol Leif Garrett, that's weird, skateboarding legend Tony Alva, and iconic female freestyler and member of the Skateboarding Hall of Fame, Ellen O'Neill. So this is going to have awesome skateboarding in it. Ellen O'Neill is a wildly talented freestyle skateboarder. This is all the stuff on the back. Special features down here. And open it up on the inside. It's got a retro-looking disc to it. And it's got a booklet in here that's got director's statement. It's got skateboarding glossary, which is kind of cool. Describes different tricks: spacewalk, shooting the duck, gorilla grip, nose wheelie, take a burger, fakie, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool. It's got its own booklet. So I'm excited to check this out. I'll probably watch it today and see how it is. I would like to see I'd like to see Ellen O'Neill skateboarding again. The last one I got is I got two copies of this movie. One's for a friend, and it is Auntie Lee's Meat Pies. This is a horror movie and could be considered a horror comedy. It's got some trauma-esque kills in it. That's the spine of the slipcover, and the back side of the slipcover has a backside on the slipcover. The backside has a backside. And that's the Blu-ray case. Man, this lighting is horrible. I've been thinking about changing this up in here and make it more conducive to talking head stuff. But I unwrapped mine in a previous version of this video, and this is the reversible cover art. So you can take the DVD cover out and flip it around and use the original poster art from when the movie was released. This is a really good movie. If you like horror slashers with a bit of comedy, this one's for you. Auntie Lee and her quartet of voluptuous nieces are known for making the tastiest meat pies around. All from Auntie's top secret recipe, which calls for a most unusual type of meat. I bet you can imagine. In order to acquire the juiciest flesh, the girls employ their lusty charms, luring unsuspecting male strangers into a carnal and deadly trap, which they're chopped, quartered, and minced. Everything is going just peachy for Auntie's little family, despite the occasional misbehavings of Larry, their simple helper. And Larry is played by Michael Berryman. I don't know if you can see him here. He's been in a lot of horror movies. Where did I go? Okay. But when the girls lure a freaked out rock group over to have for dinner, things run the risk of getting out of control. And what about the perpetually snooping police chief Cole? This is a really cool movie. If you like slasher movies with a bit of comedy, this has got Pat Morita from The Karate Kid. Michael Berryman, he was in The Hills Have Eyes. Pat Morita, and then Karen Black. Oh, here we go. Karen Black is right here. You've seen her in other movies, probably. And Pat Morita from The Karate Kid. So I've seen this movie before, and it's a fun movie. The rock band that they lure over, they do the stereotypical, oh man, you just got to feel the music kind of vibe. They're kind of heavy metal dudes or hard rock guys, kind of like Poison or Motley Crue. But this is a fun movie. Anyway, that's it for the haul from Vinegar Syndrome. This was $27.99, and I think they're about $35 for this now. And I'm a sucker for these slip covers. They're so cool looking. But that's it. So I've been collecting a lot of physical media lately. I've been getting into the boutique labels that have these cooler slip covers on them. As streaming services become more and more like cable companies. And the picture quality on streaming is just, I mean, it's not even close to being as good as being on physical media. So let me know if you're collecting any physical media. A lot of times I'll go to garage sales or flea markets and buy like a big box of like 200 DVDs. I'll pull out all the horror movies that I want to keep for myself, and then I'll sell all the rest on eBay. And most of the time I'll pay like 25 cents each for a DVD or Blu-ray when I buy them in bulk like that. So 200 of them might cost me $40, and then I'll sell like maybe a quarter of them and get $100 back. So it's a way where you can actually enjoy the hobby, collect stuff that you like, and actually make money doing it. Anyway, that's it. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm going to watch this one right now. And what's a good thumbnail? I don't know. Here we go. We'll just do this. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Sunday. Don't be hungover.